Hi, I'm Ruben from ByK Bikes, and today we're going to have a look at putting together a E-350. I've got the tools laid out here that you're going to need. So Allen keys, I've got 2mm, 5mm, 6mm. We've got some scissors to get the box open, trim the packaging. We've got some spanners, so 10mm, 15mm, and a Phillips head screwdriver, about sort of medium size. Alright, so we'll get the box open. Let's cut the straps. And get the top open. Okay, so we've got the top open. Now we can lift out the saddle, pop that over here, and let's lift out the rest of the bike. Grab that out. And we've got the owner's manual and some stickers there. Pop the box over here. So we've got the training wheels on the back. Just put the training wheels over there, and we've got the reflector on the back here. Pop that down there. We've got the pedals down the bottom here. Cut those off. Then we've got the stem. It's in this package down the bottom. Pop that there, and then the front wheel. There's three zip ties holding that. One at the back, two at the front here. Okay, so pop the front wheel there. And we've got the handlebars on the front here. Alright, so just lie that down. So to start off with, we'll put the training wheels on, and that's going to help hold the bike up while we do the final assembly. If you're not sure whether you need to have the training wheels on for your child, you can check out some tips on our website about learning to ride and different options available. Okay, so with the training wheel, you can see here this slot. You can adjust the position up and down. While we're building it, we want the bike to be sitting on these rather than the wheel, so we'll set it right at the top there. So we've got a 15mm nut on the top here. Take that off. We've got the washer underneath, and then there's a training wheel bracket, so leave the training wheel bracket on, training wheel on. Put the washer back on, put the nut back on, alright, get the 15mm spanner, let's tighten that one up. Cool. Alright, now let's lift the bike up, and we'll put the other side on. So, okay, now it's nice and stable. We can work on the front end of the bike. Okay, so we've got the packaging off the bike. So we've got the stem in this package here. So just grab that out. Pop that down there. Okay, so on the stem, we've got a minimum insertion mark. So we need to have at least that much in the frame. We access under this rubber cover the tightening bolt. So we'll start with the stem pretty low, and we'll tighten it up with the 6mm Allen key. Okay, now we need to take the front plate off, still with the 6mm. The brake levers have got a sticker on the top, so we get that lead on the top there, and the cables are free. We slide the packaging across, and also with the handlebar you'll notice the ribs in the middle here, so that's the section you want in the clamp. Keep it nice and secure. And you'll notice for the Australian and New Zealand market, the rear brake is on the left, front brake on the right. In America, it's the other way around. To start with, we want to have the angle of the handlebar in line with the fork. Put the front plate back on. So you want the front plate done up evenly, so we've got an even spacing gap at the top and the bottom. So we'll just do a little bit at the bottom, a little bit at the top. Now, at the moment the brake levers are very low. You want to bring them up so that your child's arms can be, and wrists, nice and straight through, relaxed, and it'll be easy to reach. We adjust that underneath here, 5mm Allen key. Let's just loosen that up a little bit there. Okay, we've got those level. We take off the rest of the packaging. Okay, so now we want to fit the front reflector on. So just track it here. So we take the 10mm Allen key, and then we want to undo this nut on the back of the fork, holds the brake on. Okay, so we take the nut off, and the washer on the back, slide the brake out, take the washer off the front side, and we'll slide the reflector on there, slide the washer on the back, put the nut back on, tighten it up. At the same time, just hold the brake and just get that straight there. Okay, so now we can put the front wheel in. You can check the tread, the back wheel, it's directional, and the front wheel, let's get them the same. Take off the packaging. Okay, so we need to undo the wheel nuts a little bit so we can move the safety washer out. That's going to hold the wheel in place in the fork. So we've got space there. Let's take the brace out of the fork, fit the wheel in, squeeze the tyre a little bit to get in the brakes. Fork drop sits into place there. Drill up the wheel nuts. So 15mm spanner. Okay, so we've got the front wheel in, handlebars on. Alright, now we can check the front brake. Okay, so we want each side to move even amount, and we want to check so we can see this side's a little bit closer. So what we can do here, we've got two 10mm spanners, one on the front, one on the back. We're going to push both down. Okay, so now we've got nice even movement. Also check the pad position up and down. It's on the rim, it's not touching the tyre. So this side just a little bit high. So 10mm. Just hold the brake on while we undo this pad. Release the brake. I'm just going to drop it down a little bit. Brake back on. Just going to tighten that up. Okay, so the front brake's good. Up on the brake lever here, we've also got a reach adjustment screw on the inside. So we take our 2mm Allen key and just on the inside, wind that in. So if your child's got particularly small hands, we can set this to see the brake levers starting closer in. Nice. Okay, so front brake, we've got the reflector done, bell, front wheel. Let's have a look at the back brake now. So similar to the front, we want a nice even movement. And we check the pads not touching on the tyre. If you find one side is further out or further in than the other, we can use the adjustment screw just at the bottom of the brake here. If we screw this in, it'll bring this lever out further. If we screw it out, this side will move in. So we can just adjust here. We've got nice even movement on the back here. Okay, so we've got the pedals in the packet. So we've got a left and a right pedal. So the left pedal is a left-hand thread, the right-hand pedal is a right-hand thread. So put them down there. So easy way to remember that. The direction the wheel's going to turn when they're riding this way, so the left-hand pedal's this way, right-hand pedal's this way, and we've also got a sticker on each of the cranks, so just make sure you've got the left pedal. We go left, so we're turning it on. And it's using the 15mm spanner. Tighten up the pedal. Okay, right hand pedal, so this way. Okay, so we've got the pedals on. Time for the saddle. The saddle's already got the reflector mounted, and it's the same as with the stem, there's a minimum insertion mark. So you need to have at least that much in the frame. So we'll fit that in there. And then with the quick release clamp, we want it to be tight about halfway in. So we're pretty much done. We just need to do a final safety check. Just check everything's nice and tight. So we'll check the front wheels. That's good. Check the back. Now at the back here, the training wheels are set low, so we can either take them off now if that's how you want to start off, or we can move them up a little bit. So if we're going to move them up, so you undo it a little bit, and slide the training wheel up, tighten that up again. And then on this side, just need to check. So that's pretty good. It's pretty solid. Check that one's tight. That's good. Alright, just check the pedals. Pedals are tight, and we'll just double check stem here, and check the handlebars. Straight, not quite straight, so just loosen that a little bit. Just up there, and tighten that up. Check the reflector, we'll just adjust that one. Alright, and the head pad. We've got the little rubber dust cover that can go in the stem. Head pad on. And seeing out there, brake levers fairly level, so good for the smaller child, fairly straight through on the arms. And ready to ride. Might just need a little bit of pump up the tyres a little bit, and then we're ready to have some fun. Thanks for your time.